Okay, I'll just go into it. So our expert faculty will provide you with an introduction to the two courses. We will then show you a brief demonstration of our online learning platform, and then we will close to a Q&A, and we will get the opportunity to ask someone from student services and admissions any questions that you have. If you would like to send us some questions to answer at the end, then please just message us through the chat box on this live stream. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, but you do not want to put it in the chat box, then please feel free to message us directly. You can find that feature on the left-hand side of the screen. We'll get back to you and we'll try and answer all questions today. If we do not manage to get to yours, don't worry, we will be able to email you after the open day. So to start off, if you'd like to introduce yourself, Anna, and tell us about your cosmetic background, give an overview of our cosmetic course, and yeah, that would be excellent.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Anna. I'm a medical doctor. I was graduated 22 years ago, and I'm dermatologist in Brazil. My clinical practice today is in Brazil, and I also have this academic role in the UK at the University of South Wales. I've been working as a tutor and later as course director since 2017, I think. And the great demand here in my clinic today is for cosmetic interventions and procedures. So I have great experience on that, and also in online teaching and learning. You were all welcome. We have two programs mostly to offer to students all around the world. It's 100% online course. So we have a 1-year program, which is the Postgraduate Diploma, and also a 2-year program, the master degree in cosmetic dermatology and cosmetic medicine. The postgraduate diploma is composed of 6 modules over a 1-year period. And this briefly speaking about these modules, the first module is a deep approach to the anatomy of the face and physiology of. We have the basis to start working with cosmetic interventions. The second module is about neuromodulation with botulinum toxins. The third module is about fillers, and in this module we access hyaluronic acid fillers and calcium and other kinds of fillers and techniques, indications. The fourth module is about other types of cosmetic therapies like pills, lasers, microneedling. Also, we talk about indications, contraindications, techniques, the most updated information. The fifth module is about hair disorders. So we'll talk about alopecias and other types of hair disorders like hirsutism and others, and also the diagnosis and the therapeutics. And the sixth module is a new approach in cosmetic medicine, anti-aging therapy, and also other disorders associated with aesthetic issues like obesity, hormonal disorders. So then we'll have a broad assessment of this kind of disorders and therapeutics, and how we can help our patients with such complaints. Each module, we have an academic forum, which is the most important, the participation, the contribution of the students. You will receive questions and discussion points. So you are encouraged to search for online resources, to study and to write, to answer those questions. And that's the most important, and which will consolidate your learning throughout the course. Also, we have a module activity, an assignment that can be individual or a group task. It depends on the module, and a reflective journal where you will put your reflections, especially regarding applicability to practice. At the end of each module, you will also have a final exam, a quiz, online quiz. Um, it's everything online and all about we have taught and discussed it throughout the weeks. So basically, this is the introduction of the cosmetic medicine course. This is the first year, the 6 modules of the first year of postgraduate diploma, and those who want to proceed to the master degree, we have 1 year further to write the dissertation.
Brilliant, thank you, Anna. I was going to introduce one of our dermatology tutors, Iram, but unfortunately we are experiencing some technical issues. We do have our other dermatology tutor on this event. Shivani will be able to answer any questions if you pop it into the chat box. So will our colleague Rowena. She'll be able to answer any questions, and we can address any questions at the end regarding dermatology courses. So before we show a video of our online learning platform, I just wanted to say again, if you don't want to put any questions into this chat box, you can just direct message us. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just about to play this video demonstration of our learning platform for you all now. In the video, you will hear Ben, our colleague from Student Service team. He will be showing you what our platform looks like, where you'll find tasks, reflective journals and discussion boards, and much more. So I'll just share my screen with you all now. So Ben, would you be able to talk through this video now? Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay. I'm going to start it now then, okay?
Lovely. So basically this is the first home screen you see. It's our login page. So for when you first get your login details, when you apply for the program, you'll be given login details. You'll be able to create your own password, and what you need to do is just to log in. It's a really simple process. You just need to click. I'm just going to wait for the mouse to go over. But it will take you, see the blue learner login logo. It will, once you click that the learner login logo, it'll take you to this homepage, and it's just a case of then putting in your username, which is your email, and then your password, and logging in then. Once you've logged in, then it should take you to our dashboard. So this is basically where you'll see all of your modules and all of your additional resources. So for the focus of this demonstration, we will be looking at cosmetic medicine module 4. But obviously, don't worry if you're not studying that particular program; it will look exactly the same. So to access the module, all you need to do is click the Explore button, and then it'll take you directly to the module then. So as you can see on the screen, there are different sections. So there's the aims of the module, which is a click. You can click that and it expands. The same for the learning outcomes. And as you can see, each of those weeks separated into sections. So each you can click into these then. and access your learning for that week. So most of your learning will be done in the academic forum, which is this pink link at the very top of the screen, which I believe will be clicked on momentarily, if you just bear with past me. So then when you scroll down, this is basically where all of your learning will be. So it's similar to how an in-person seminar would be, but it's all written down, and the tutor will post throughout the week. So it'll be case scenarios. So as you can see on the screen, there's an example scenario 1. So when you click into this, that's the direct thread for that particular scenario. And then it would just be a case of, once the tutor's posted that, you would then be able to respond, obviously with your research and your discussions then. So I believe now we're going to talk you through the other modules that we have. So the study skills, basically it's an orientation where you will go through academic best practice, how to write reflections and things like that. The instructions and resources section is where you can have marking criteria or how-to guides, and then the learner library is basically where you'll be able to get all of your resources then. And I believe I'll be showing you that next. Yeah. Again, so this is the learner library. So any kind of resources or anything that you need, you could come to this section. As you can see, there are drop downs. It's got a guide to literature searching, a guide to referencing, a guide to plagiarism and poor academic practice. And then, as you can see towards the bottom of the screen, there's open access ebooks, which you are able to access to help you then with your assignments. Just going to let Form and me click through all of the different sections. And then once you scroll further down the space, so everything that's on the screen that you see at the moment, it's all on the learner library. Basically, I'll just show you the open access ebooks there. So this is the Bibliographic Resources section. So it's the same page as the Learner Library, but basically there are a range of different academic search engines that you can use. So there's Google Scholar, Academia, Base, Cochrane Library that you can see on your screen. But once you have access to this, if you scroll down the page, there are a great number of resources that I think students find helpful, as you can see on your screen now. And you can filter these by open access, so you are able to kind of find as much resources as possible. There's some more useful resources such as Mendeley, which is it's a free-to-use external reference manager site, and then there's also Grammarly as well. So here are your reading lists. So throughout your entire studies, you can find your reading lists here. Basically, it'll have a weekly reading list and it'll have your module reading list. So all you would need to do is just scroll to the bottom of these, the Learner Library, click on your respective program, and then you'll be able to access all of your reading resources there. And I believe that's the end. Again, if there was any issues that you didn't, or if there were any kind of resources that weren't available, it would just be a case of contacting myself and my colleagues in the Student Services team, and we're usually able to kind of resolve or look into something for you. So if there is anything that you're not able to find on the Learner Library, there's usually a way that we can kind of assist with that as well.
So, yeah, we do have Ben here from Student Services, so he will answer any questions that you have. We do hope you enjoyed this Open Day. Just a quick thank you to our faculty for providing insightful information and answering any questions that have gone on in the chat box. We are now at the end of our event, but before we close, we just want to spend some time answering some of your questions. So let's have a look and see if any questions have come in. So someone has just put in the chat box, I have read you do not have lectures or seminars. How do I get support from tutors? Rowena, if you would like to answer this question.
Okay, so obviously student services would be available Mondays to Fridays to assist with any queries. So they would just have to either schedule a call with student services, or they can chat to us via the chat platform. So email address would be then support@learner.ac.uk.
There's also on the Moodle platform, there's also obviously we advise students to come through student services directly, but there are also Moodle messaging platforms, so it's kind of an instant messenger where you can reach out to your individual tutor for any individual queries that you maybe don't want to put in the general forum. So there always is support from both student support and the tutors. So yeah, it would just be a case of getting in contact with us if there was any issues that you were having. We're really kind of responsive with that, both tutors and student services.
Brilliant. Someone else has just asked, how will I receive my certificate if the course is online?
So with the certificates, you'll still receive, obviously it's depending on the partner university that you're with, they will be the awarding body. So you will receive a certificate from that awarding body. And then obviously university dependent, there are along with the restrictions that the world is facing at the moment, different universities are having graduation ceremonies, and different universities aren't at the moment. But it depends on your respective university. But you will receive a hard copy of a certificate. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. Someone has just asked, can I spread the payments?
Yep, payment plans is available. If you look at the course information on our website, and you click on the section where it says payment or where the fee is displayed, if you click on that link, it will display the payment option that's available. So that's generally spread depending on whether you do the 1-year diploma or the 2-year MSc. For the 1-year diploma, for instance, it is spread into 6 installments. However, we can look at a better payment option than if you were to, for instance, do it every month instead of currently where it's spread over every second month.
Brilliant, thank you, Rowena. Someone's just asked, are your courses recognised? Is it a proper degree?
Yeah, so it is a postgraduate qualification. But in terms of accreditations, so the notable accreditations that we have are the British Association of Physicians, the Welsh Aesthetics and Cosmetic Society, and then Heart UK. If there was anything in particular that you kind of wanted to kind of investigate, what I would advise is if you go onto the Learner website, there are per each individual postgraduate diploma / MSc that we offer. It gives you a bit more information, a bit more detailed information as to the particular program that you wish to study, and if it's kind of accredited or recognised by a certain body, if that makes sense.
Perfect, thanks, Ben. Someone's just asked a question about the dermatology course. They said, what is the recommended commitment weekly for the PG Dip in dermatology?
We would recommend 2 hours daily, and that goes across the board for all of our courses. So we do recommend 2 hours a day, because a lot of our students are obviously working full time, and therefore that recommendation, is in place.
Thank you, Rowena. Someone's just asked, hi, how can I best perform with your course, and what opportunities would be available post the diploma course apart from the MSc?
So from a student services point of view, there is, once you complete the MSc with us, at the moment that is the highest qualification you can get with us currently. But I know there are opportunities that you can work with learners, get your projects published. So there is definitely that opportunity in terms of what you can do with us at Learner. If in regards to your own personal situation and what you'd like to do moving forward, that would be I would maybe advise more research individually about that, but there are definitely opportunities that you can do with us at Learner. Would be that publishing, you could then move on and become a tutor yourself, so that there's definitely things that you can do with us when you complete that program.
Yes, we have been recruiting former students for tutoring in our team. And also regarding the cosmetic medicine course, we have a direct access to the fast assessment track in the JCCCP, which is the Joint Council of Cosmetic Practice. So it's something good to have your practice recognized as a aesthetic practitioner.
That's perfect. I think I missed a couple of questions before that one I just addressed, so let me just scroll up. Someone asked, is PG Dip or MSc Dermatology valid and recognised in India? And can you show a sample of the certificate? Maybe we could send this person an email.
I think we will, we will, if they can just provide the email details, we'll obviously get back, but I can see that there was a response to that question as well, Jess.
Okay, fab. I think we have another question, or it might have been answered by Dr. Iram. Were there any other questions for either dermatology or our cosmetic courses? Just give them a couple of minutes. I hope I haven't missed any questions. So I just received another question. Should I do Derm with South Wales University or Buckingham?
So it is the same course with both universities, the same modules that you will cover. The learning outcomes are slightly different, but obviously that would go with regards to preference for each student. University of Buckingham, for instance, have a medical school that is affiliated with them, whereas South Wales is not. But once again, it is the same modules that you would do, so same course.
Brilliant. I just received a question, but I'm not quite sure what this person's trying to say. Will there be any assessment, or will there be the PG Dip self-study? I'm not too sure if I'm saying that question correctly.
So to answer that from a student services point of view, so with each of your modules, there are 4 components. So that's your reflective journal, your academic forum, which was the forum that we showed on the screen. There is a module activity. So basically this is, it's a module project. So it's like, it could be an essay, it could be a poster, but that's done over the 6 weeks of the project, of the module. And then there is an end of module exam. So there are weekly deadlines in terms of your reflections and the academic forum posts, but you're only required to do 4 posts per week. So that's 2 to your tutor and then 2 to your fellow peers, and then a weekly reflection. So there are deadlines with the components, but obviously they're not throughout the module. They can be kind of relaxed due to your situations. So I wouldn't worry too much about those in that regard. But there are assessments for each component, if that makes sense.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Ben. I just received a question, and I think they're addressing it towards the USW Uni and University of Buckingham. They have asked, what's the advantage of doing it with one over the others? And they said, sorry if I missed that answer.
I've asked for their email address so that we can email them.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, I can see that they've said if the modules are the same, is there an advantage of doing it with one versus the other? But Rowena, you'll be able to address this question via email. Are there any other questions today for our cosmetic courses, dermatology courses? Hang on fire. Someone's just said, Ben just mentioned really important information to the courses. I can see some of the questions are getting answered in the chat box, which is great. I'll just see if there's any more questions that come through that we can answer on this live. I'll just wait a few more seconds. Are there any doctors who have done PG Dip dermatology from India with learner?
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
From India undertaking our courses.
Will the final exam also be online?
Yeah,
we are 100% online.
Yeah. So basically, with the exam, it's not a set time. Obviously, we understand that a lot of our students are from all different parts of the world. So there are basically with the exam, you're given an hour to complete the exam, and it's based on everything that you've studied throughout that particular module. And you're given a 10-day window. So from the start of week 6 to the very end of the module, you'll have 10 days to complete that, to complete the exam. But it's a multiple choice. First, best question answered system. But when you if you start study skills with us, we give you kind of an insight to how each of the components of your modules work, and there is kind of a specimen quiz. It's not grades or anything like that, but it kind of just exposes you to how the exam would work then. But before you start your studies with us.
Someone's just asked if there are any students that someone could get in touch with. You can contact any of our past or current students via UniBuddy. They'll be able to answer any questions that you have on either dermatology or cosmetics. If there are questions on cosmetics and dermatology, I'm happy to answer here. My internet has just gone a little bit. It's just given me a warning, so I'm sorry if I've cut out a little bit there. I'll just wait a few seconds, see if any more comes through. Yes, so questions come in. Is there any Canadian applicants? Rowena?
Yes, we have applicants from Canada. I can't say specifically that's applied now, but yeah, we definitely have applicants from Canada that's applied for a number of our courses as well.
Okay. Someone's just asked, so are there no clinical exams?
So there is no clinical exams. Sorry, Anna, I think I'll leave that to you.
No, it's only online exams for each module, but no practical exam. I don't think I think it's what you meant.
Sorry, someone's just put in another question. What about course guidelines for cosmetic dermatology?
We encourage our students to search for their own information. We have the library, and I also provide them with support to search for information, and that's part of the process of learning. Search for what you were looking for, and write your submissions. And there is everything, the guidelines, the modules information is on our website.
Brilliant, thank you, Anna. I'm just going to go through the chat to see if I've missed any other questions. So someone just said, when does the learner page start to show information? Is that Study Skills Week or before?
So there are different stages. So when you start to make your application with us, there are some pre-sessional resources that are made available to you, just obviously to kind of prepare you for study skills, so that you are obviously, as the application process goes on, you are given access to additional resources before study skills starts. Yeah, but in terms of the module content, you won't receive, you won't have access to that obviously until the module starts.
I can see someone just said that they already signed up and paid, which is very, very positive. Nice to see. Does anyone else have any questions for us to answer? Oh, they just said they are already signed up and paid, but can't see anything other than their name. So I think they might need to contact admissions to get some help.
I don't believe the
it would be student services
stuff. Yeah, I believe that they're kind of in the final stages. So don't worry too much. So you can't see anything at the moment. I believe they're in the final stages of being audited, ready for release. But what will happen is you'll receive an email to say that your pre-sessional information is available. So don't worry too much. We'll notify you as and when that's given to you.
They just said, okay, so thanks, Ben, for that. Someone just asked, is this MSc recognising UAE to allow practice?
So the courses are designed to do further postgraduate studies. Therefore, they would have to check in the United Arab Emirates in terms of recognition in their country, because of course each country have their own rules and regulations with regards to that.
Brilliant. Someone just asked, can I sign up for September but start in March? I think they'll have to email you, won't they, Rowena?
Yeah, they can definitely start the application now. If they only wish to start in March, that's absolutely fine. But yes, they can sign up now already.
Just realised I was still shaving. Sorry about that. Someone just asked, how long has this course been offered, the PG Derm they're talking about? It is one of our established courses. I'm not sure when it was first launched.
If they provide us with their email address, we can always get back to them, Jess, with that.
Yeah. Brilliant. I think that's all the questions I've got so far. Is there any more for the Cosmetic and Dermatology program? Any other questions? I can see that I have some direct messages, but as I click on it, it says that I'm going to leave the live stream. So I will answer those direct messages after this. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all, though. Thanks to everyone who has attended. We've got some really good questions that have come in. And thank you, everyone who's been able to answer those. I hope you found today very beneficial. And if you'd like to learn any more, our admissions team will be more than happy to help you. Again, we'll address those questions that have come in on the direct message, and we'll definitely email all of you for additional information that you require. think I've just got a few more that have come in. Is this diploma from dermatology being awarded directly by the University of South Wales? Yes, this is.
I'll write down my email here again.
Brilliant, thank you, Anna.
I've done the same
Yeah.
questions.
Just one.
What was that, Anna?
Concluding, I've been. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah.
We've been observing a great increase in the demand for aesthetic interventions and procedures since the pandemic, I guess, and it's progressively increasing more and more. So I think this postgraduate program is excellent for us to have the basis for good practice, and that includes avoiding risks and complications. So just to conclude my participation here, and thank you, everybody.
Brilliant, thank you, Anna. Is there anything you would like to add, Ben or Rowena, before we close?
Now, like I said, if there's any further questions, if they are unsure about the entry requirements, the documents that is needed in order to complete the application, they can email us on admissions@learner.ac.uk, and we'd be happy to get back to them with more information.
That's perfect. I did just see one question come in, and this person unfortunately couldn't join us at the very start, but they said one more question. After diploma dermatology, what would be the duration of MSc dermatology, 1 year or 2 years?
That's 1 year.
All right then, and I can see Shivani has answered that, so thank you so much. So yeah, thank you to all. Thanks for everyone that has joined us, and we will be in touch with those who need additional information via email. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.